Good evening and welcome to all parents, families, alumni, faculty, colleagues, administration, members of the School Advisory Council, and the Board of CIS to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. Before we begin, we would like to offer a special thank you to Julieta Morano from our IB1 class for her artwork, which was shown at the beginning of this broadcast. We would also like to thank Pranav Yagnaraman, who composed and performed an original music piece titled Nostalgia, which was played along with the display of the artwork. Thank you to our talented CIS students. Pranav is also graduating today. Congratulations, Pranav. My name is Corey Haugland, and I teach IB Psychology and Theory of Knowledge here at CIS. I am in front of all of your screens today because the class of 2020 chose me to be. This is a massive honor to me, perhaps the biggest in my career. Graduating seniors, I want to begin this ceremony by trying to convey why this is such a big honor to me. I know today is such a big deal for you, but I want you to understand why it's also a big deal to everyone that's tuning in today. Surely this event is most likely the biggest moment of your life so far, for earning this diploma means the end of being bound to the rules of high school, perhaps bound to the rules of your parents. It means the end of the tyranny of the IB, as some of you might say, and the beginning of a brand new chapter of your lives. But this event is even bigger than that. This event is all about you, but it's not only for you. This event is also for your parents. For this event means that parents are letting go of one of their babies, perhaps even the last baby in their household. A new chapter might be beginning for them just as it's beginning for you. This is a big event for the whole CIS community. We've all been invested in your success. We are proud of your accomplishments, and we're happy that you're bound for success in the future, but selfishly, we're also a little bit sad to see you go. This event is important to so many people because you are important to so many people. We are all tuning in today because we are celebrating you. So, graduating seniors, on behalf of everyone tuning into this broadcast, I want to thank you for persevering for all of these years and for having accomplished so many things that are worthy of celebration. Today is important for all of us because it marks for all of you the end of a chapter in your lives, a chapter that we could call childhood. And it marks the beginning of a chapter that we could call adulthood. During childhood, your life followed a path that was mostly determined by your parents. Sure, you may have been able to voice your own opinions about your parents' decisions, and you could do what you wanted within certain boundaries. But let's face it, your parents were the ones who were in control. For example, if in 6th grade your parents said to you, in 2 months we're moving to Brunei, you could have cried, you could have protested, you could have thrown a fit, but in 2 months you would have ended up in Brunei anyway. It's as if your path in life had followed a track that had been built by your parents. But now, in adulthood, you're freed from these tracks, and your major life decisions are completely your own. Students, this event marks the day that you're freed from those tracks. Now, you get to explore the vast array of free, open pathways in front of you. Some of these pathways may lead to comfort, love, success, fulfillment, affluence, global influence, and other pathways may lead to dark alleys containing pain, hatred, violence, addiction, and other uncomfortable, cruel truths of life. Choosing your own path in life is a huge responsibility, and the decisions that you make cannot be taken back. There is no undo button as you move forward. But trust that the last 17 years or so have prepared you for this. All of the lessons that you've learned in and out of school, all of the support given by your friends, your family, and your educators has led to this day. And you are ready for this. This is what the diploma means. Earning a diploma from CIS indicates that you have built the knowledge and the skills to successfully navigate to those positive, fulfilling paths in life, and to avoid those dark alleys. So as you begin this new chapter in life, we at CIS are entrusting you with the pen, and we're allowing you to write the pages of this new chapter as you like. So consider the paths before you. Consider what is important to you in your life. Consider what kind of life you want to carve out for yourself, because now the choices are yours. Regardless of how you proceed in life, there will be struggle. And in times when the struggle seems like too much to bear, understand that you can still fall back on the love of your family. While today marks the beginning of you taking the reins of your own life, it does not mark the end of you receiving your family's love. And nobody will ever love you in the same way that your family loves you, especially your parents. Even if you struggle to get along with your parents, even if you frequently disagree with your parents, try to empathize with the fact that you are still their precious baby boy or baby girl, and you always will be. Even in times of disagreement and conflict, your parents are likely coming from a place of deep caring that you probably will not understand yourself until you have children of your own. Finally, as you begin this new chapter in life, never let anyone tell you that you are too small to make your dreams a reality. You have a vast array of opportunities ahead of you, and everyone tuning in today has invested a deal of time, effort, and resources into giving you every chance to succeed in these opportunities. Dream big and do not be afraid to take risks. As long as you truly believe that those risks can lead to better things, do it. I can't promise you that you're going to succeed in everything, but I can promise you that trying and failing is better than not trying at all. H. Jackson Brown says it better than I ever could when he said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the things that you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2020, thank you again for choosing me to be a part of this special day. It means the world to me. It's a huge honor. And to each and every one of you, congratulations on your accomplishments. All of us at CIS are very proud of you. Next, it is my pleasure to welcome our head of school, Dr. Makrish, who will be giving a welcome address. Here is Dr. Makrish.
Thank you, Mr. Corey. Good evening, members of the board, faculty, students, parents, and of course, our wonderful 2019-2020 graduates. We are proud and honored to gather now to celebrate your successes and obstacles overcoming. This is not the graduation that you imagine for sure, surrounded by your friends and peers, family and loved ones and teachers, but the circumstances of the day in no way diminishes your accomplishments, hard work, and success in reaching this important milestone in your lives. We are all here to celebrate and honor your accomplishments. You've made it across the finish line. Congratulations. You're about to start on a new unknown path, made more difficult to discern with the global pandemic that has turned things upside down for everyone. Perhaps you're now considering new options, taking a gap year, interning for a company, volunteering at an NGO, much needed at this time. Surely you'll be doing some exploring on your road towards what it is that you really want to do. Many of you will continue with the traditional path of going to the college of your choice, although that too may not look exactly like you had imagined over the past few years as your imaginations look to the future. I want to share with you now that every experience you have counts, and the path forward will never be a straight one. Regardless of your journey, the conceptual understandings, competencies, and character you've developed during your time with us at CIS makes me highly confident that you will adapt and make the changes needed to be successful in whatever it is you choose in life. I'm going to tell you a little secret. It really doesn't get easier. Problems and roadblocks actually become more complex as your responsibilities grow. But over the past 2 years, what I have seen from this wonderful group of young adults are people who have put themselves out of their comfort zones. When it was easy to just hang out with your group and not respond when you saw something wrong, you stood up and asked, "What could we do?" and began what became the Allies group on campus. You chose that uncomfortable and harder route of bridging misunderstanding and bringing people together. And in doing so, I want to thank you for leaving a lasting legacy here at CIS with the Allies Group and our annual Symposium for Inclusivity. Everything you do in life adds up, piece by piece. Action or inaction, each have resounding consequences. And as your thoughts and deeds add up, they come to define who you are. Many of you know this, and you have seen, reflected, and acted, sometimes right on this campus, to great effect. It is always important that when you choose and act, you know that you are defining who you are, a little bit at a time, or sometimes in great strokes. In these times of uncertainty, this is ever more crucial, to understand that what you do matters, because it truly does. The world needs direction to bring us back together, and leaders who know how to bind, heal, and create consensus. I believe in all of you that you will be mindful and compassionate leaders, whatever it is you choose in life. You will get there one act at a time, one statement at a time, one stand at a time. And so I say to you as you leave our hallways and campus that you're always a part of CIS, and CIS is always a part of you. Remember who you are and remember where you came from, and this will always help guide you in uncertain times in your future. While we're sorry to see you go, and we are also filled with joy and happiness to see you set forth in the world and take your place as young adults and leaders of our future. We couldn't be prouder of you, and again, congratulations and well done, class of 2019-2020. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you, Dr. Makrish. Next, we have the honor of having CIS alum, Ms. Nikita Arjun, share a few words of wisdom with us. Nikita graduated from CIS in 2013. After CIS, she attended Armstrong State University, now known as Georgia Southern University, in Savannah, Georgia, in the USA. She attended Armstrong State on a full academic and golf scholarship and played 3 years of college golf. She graduated with a degree in liberal studies with a focus in psychology. During her time at Armstrong State, she was on the Presidential Honor Roll every year in college, was named in the top 10 student athletes, was first in her college golf team for all 3 years of university, and remained in the top 50 in the country for Division II golf during her entire college career. Nikita became a professional golfer on the Ladies Professional Golf Association Tour, also known as the LPGA Tour, and Symetra Tour in 2018. She is one of 3 Indians currently playing on the biggest stage in the world of women's golf. That is quite a list of accolades. I'm really looking forward to hearing what Nikita has to say. Without further ado, here's Nikita.
Hi everyone, thank you Mr. Hoagland. Thank you to the faculty and the Alumni Committee for nominating me to speak at this year's graduation. To the class of 2020, it is an honor to be your alumni speaker tonight. I've been where you are, and I know you've zoned out, so I will make this quick. Like many of you, I'm still trying to figure out adulthood and how to be the best version of myself. I've wanted to be a professional athlete since the age of 6 when I held my first tennis racket. I didn't know what golf was till maybe I was 7 or 8 years old. By the age of 10, golf became a part of me. But at 12, I decided I wanted to play only golf and be a professional golfer. I started traveling 2 weeks at a time, and it was hard balancing golf and schoolwork at the same time because attendance was so important. So my parents decided to think out of the box and homeschool me after 7th grade so I could chase my dream. course, with this came a ton of criticism from extended family and friends because they told me how important school was and that golf wasn't going to get me anywhere, given that I'm a girl. But I found a way. Eventually, I saw myself standing in the CIS hallways as an IB1 student at the age of 17 on my first day back to school as a normal student. My golf travels had become nationwide and I started traveling 4 weeks at a time, which put me back in academics. But my teachers and my peers at CIS helped me find a way through all of that. 2 years later, I was finally graduating. I took a year off after that to see what my next steps were on my path to my dream. I spent 1 year at a golf academy in South Carolina honing my golf skills, and while I was preparing to take the SATs. And it paid off. I got a golf scholarship to junior college in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and then eventually a year after that, I got a bigger scholarship to a bigger school through Armstrong State at Savannah, Georgia, and I accepted. Unfortunately, my college golf career was cut short due to unforeseen circumstances, but I found a way. So in summer 2018, I graduated college and I had a clear path to my dream. And in August 2018, I decided to turn professional on the LPGA/Symetra Tour. There were a ton of tears, and I was glad I had my mom with me because it would just show because all things we'd been through as a family and all the hard work had paid off. I wish my dad, my brother were with me at that time, but that is what technology is for. I found a way through all the struggle, and I'm living my dream right now. I hope my story inspires you all to chase your passion. I try to implement the core values of CIS, for what CIS stands for, within my career as a professional athlete. First, integrity. Be honest with others and especially with yourself. There was a time I wanted to give up golf and do something else with my life because I couldn't deal with the failures that came with the sport. And I almost did that, but then I asked myself, was I really going to give up on a dream that I've dreamt my entire life? And I wasn't okay with that. I would be lying if I was. And so be true to yourself because only you know what you are capable of. You may just end up living your dream. Second, to inspire. Strive to be a person that you look up to. Try to be an inspiration to everyone around you. Third, respect. My motto in life is try to treat people the way they treat you. The way you want to be treated. First, respect yourself. Respect yourself enough where you know what you can achieve or walk away from a job that feels more like a job than a passion. Have a sense of respect for everything you do and for everything and everyone around you. And finally, care and joy. These go hand in hand. If you can make someone's day better with a small gesture, do it. You'd be surprised how that will make you happy. I hope you get a chance to spread this happiness in any way you can. So once again, I'd like to thank everyone for having me speak to you at this year's graduation. To the class of 2020, here's to you. Congratulations on finally getting through school and getting through the IB. The world is your oyster. And remember, don't dream to match your reality. Instead, change your reality to something that matches your dream. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. Next will be the lighting of the lamp. The lighting of the lamp is a tradition throughout India which takes place before starting an auspicious ceremony. The light can represent many things, but today I want to point out what it can represent for our graduating class. Darkness symbolizes ignorance, and light symbolizes knowledge. Knowledge removes ignorance, just as light removes darkness. These flames represent the knowledge that you have gained through your journey at CIS. you will notice that the flames only burn upwards, never downwards. Regardless of the ups and the downs, the struggles, the rewards, the lessons that you've learned in your time here will propel you higher in life. Reflect on these symbols as we watch the lighting of the lamp. A tradition at CIS is to have the graduand, and by the way, graduand is a graduate that hasn't graduated yet, new word for some of you guys. A tradition is to have the graduand, which has been a CIS student for the longest, light the lamp along with the guest alumnus. This year, Viru Gurudat would have been that student. Obviously, that's not possible this year, but we wanted to mention Viru for his tenure at CIS. Congratulations, Viru. For this year's ceremony, Ms. Shweta Sastry, our managing director, will be lighting the lamp. She will then be delivering the managing director's address.
Good evening, graduates, parents, teachers and friends. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Canadian International School, welcome to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2020. This year, I am sure you will agree, has taken us all by storm, but tonight, let's celebrate the hard work and the resilience of our graduating class. Our class of 2020 has worked tirelessly to achieve some fantastic college placements with an aggregate of $3.5 million in merit scholarships. They deserve a huge round of applause. Parents, please take a moment to look at your child right now and give them a pat on the back for a job well done. We at CIS are very, very proud of you, class of 2020. Graduates, you have chosen a wonderful theme for this year's graduation and yearbook. We'll find a way, or we'll make one. What can I say? There has never been a more apt theme for these kind of times. While the world is enveloped in the most daunting challenge, each one of us has had to alter our lives from what we know as normal. And let me tell you that over the past few months, we have actually gained some of life's biggest lessons: to stop, to reflect, and to adapt to a challenge when it presents itself. In life, there will be many times when you will be challenged to do something outside of your comfort zone. I would say jump at the opportunity to do it. Explore the unexplored, because you will either find something that you're familiar with or something that is unfamiliar, but neither of that should scare you. COVID-19 is a testament to the fact that in times of crisis, you will have to make your own path. You will have to go out there and uncover what suits you best. And if you are unable to find a solution that already exists, go ahead and make one. In life, you will find that you will need to continually innovate. This could be in the form of developing new ideas, improving on existing concepts, or discovering something by chance. Given the world we live in today, change should be comforting, while idleness should be unsettling. Pushing your boundaries to unsettle stillness is what will set you apart from the rest. When you are hit with a challenge and you can't find a way, go ahead and make one. As you go through the rest of your life, nurturing existing relationships with your family and friends and building new relationships, know that your network is your support system. Every relationship comes with challenges and sacrifices, but pause and think about how much you value them. In trying times like the present, the strength of your relationships is what will hold you up. However, maintaining relationships is not easy. So when you find yourself in a position where things are getting rocky, take out the time to find a solution, or go ahead and make one. Although you are entering a very different world from the one that you expected, from one that we all expected, in fact, it's a world that needs you. Most of all, we need the free thinkers, because now more than ever, we need people who can look at the world in a rational way and make decisions based on facts and reason. In the words of a great philosopher and poet, Ralph Emerson, what lies behind us and what lies before us are small, small matters compared to what lies within us. Go ahead, class of 2020. Go find your way or make one. Congratulations and all the best.
Thank you, Ms. Shweta. Next up, we have a piano performance from Hannah Kill, who will be performing Spring by Joe Hisaishi. The visuals that you will see during the performance are pictures that our graduands have shared for their Leavers book. Thank you, Hannah. Next, the IB Learner Profile Award will be presented by our IB coordinators, Ms. Aditi and Mr. Salter.
Thanks, Corey. At the heart of the IB is the learner profile, a long-term holistic vision of education that underpins all three programs and puts the student at the center of learning and teaching. The learner profile is the IB mission statement translated into a set of learning outcomes for the 21st century. The 10 aspirational qualities of the learner profile inspire and motivate the work of teachers and students.
Learner profile unites us all with a common focus on the whole person as a lifelong learner. It applies to us all, students, teachers, administrators, parents. For all, we are continually learning. This year, the student who best understands and is directed by this principle is Harshita Manjula Rajappa. Congratulations, Harshita. We are very proud of you.
Thank you, Ms. Aditi and Mr. Salter. Congratulations, Harshita. Our next award will be the CAS Award, presented by Ms. Muthu, our CAS coordinator.
Thank you, Mr. Hogland. Good evening, all. Dear graduates, a quick look at the excerpts from the IB mission statement and our CIS core values. If you take a moment to contemplate, you will realize that you have been able to demonstrate these attributes and values in your academic and personal lives over these past 2 years. Maybe to different degrees in different situations, but you did demonstrate them. This was compulsory to meet the CAS requirements for your diploma, but for many of you, it went beyond the diploma requirements. It became a way of life. I take this opportunity to congratulate each one of you for completing your CAS program. Well done, graduates. I'm confident that you will continue to better yourself and your nearer and farther community using the framework CAS has equipped you with. Every year, CAS Award is presented to acknowledge, motivate, and honor the student or students who have shown a great degree of engagement over the mandatory 18 months of the program. This year, we have 2 such students who have shown exemplary commitment and perseverance, leadership skills in leading themselves and their team, collaborative skills, ingenuity, resourcefulness, have worked on their weaknesses and strengths while engaging in various experiences and projects. And I had the pleasure of working closely with both of them during the winter charity drive. And the CAS awardees for 2020 are Ava Madeline Stewart and Gurnoor Kaur. Congratulations, Noor and Ava. Thank you for your enthusiasm, efforts, and positive contribution to CAS at CIS. I have no doubt that you will find a way or make one to continue practicing what you have learned in your future. All the best.
Thank you, Ms. Muthu. Congratulations, Ava and Noor. The next award, the TOK Award, will be presented by Ms. Archana. She will be representing our TOK department in presenting this award.
Thanks, Corey. Good evening, everyone. I'm here to present the TOK Award to the student who has displayed the TOK attributes throughout the diploma program. In the words of the IBO, the TOK course is a flagship element in the diploma program which encourages critical thinking about knowledge itself to try to help young people make sense of what they encounter. The TOK course is grounded in the real world, and we build on students' own experience and include them actively in the classroom by focusing on real-life concerns, current affairs, and the knowledge issues affecting the lives of the students involved. TOK course prompts students to be aware of themselves as thinkers, encouraging them to become more acquainted with the complexity of knowledge, recognize the need to act responsibly in an increasingly interconnected but uncertain world. TOK is a course that aims to encourage students to reflect on things that they have previously taken for granted, to critically reevaluate previously trusted sources of information, to challenge previously held assumptions, prejudices, and biases, to become more aware of the factors that have influenced their perspectives and the perspectives of others, to become more internationally aware, more culturally sensitive, and to take a fresh look at the world around them and see it in a way that they perhaps have not considered before. There is a strong link between TOK and the IB learner profile attributes. This year, the student who has shown certain attributes like being a thinker, knowledgeable, reflective, inquirer, balanced, and of course a good communicator, thus a well-deserving candidate for this year's TOK Award. And the student is Janvi Sukumar. Congratulations, Janvi, and always be aware of yourself and the situations around you with multiple perspectives. And do understand that knowledge brings responsibility, which leads to commitment and action. I wish you success in all your future endeavors.
Thank you, Ms. Archana. Congratulations, Janvi. Now we will hear from our high school principal, Mr. McMillan, who will be giving the principal's address.
Thank you, Mr. Hogland. Seniors, soon to be graduates, what a year it has been. Who would have thought, as you chose your themes for grad, that you should have considered a pandemic as an organizing concept? Yet here you are, with a tiny strand of RNA, defining the end of your year and the world you're about to face. So, no IB exams in which to congratulate you, no prom, no IB dinner. Most of all, no chance to see all of your friends, classmates, and teachers one last time to say goodbye. If it's any consolation, you can count yourselves in good company with hundreds of thousands of other graduates. You are part of the worldwide pandemic cohort. What does this mean for you as you move ahead? No one knows, as uncertainty rules. However, there's one thing you can count on. you are well prepared for whatever happens. You possess the skills and knowledge that will allow you to cope and to thrive. Most importantly, you have the resilience and adaptability honed by the demands of the IB and the experiences that your teachers have provided for you. You have shown in the work you've done in class, in CAS, on excursions, on stage, in sports, and in meeting the multiple and seeming never-ending demands on your time and energy that is this high school experience, that you will be able to successfully meet whatever the future brings. It has been really rewarding to see the energy that you bring to everything you do, and to see the positive leadership that is characteristic of this class. There are many examples of this, but I will use one in particular to highlight the qualities that you as a group possess, and it shows a path forward for all of you. At the start of your IB experience, a number of students recognized that the high school was not always a place where all felt welcome and supported. Rather than complain about things behind the scenes, students began to look for ways to make a change. Out of this was born the CIS Allies. It started with a few meetings that gradually began to encompass more and more students. As they met and talked, students realized that the problems they were encountering were not unique to CIS, but were reflective of larger societal issues. So the next step was to bring in people from around India who make it their life's work to change things for the better. This was the first Symposium for Inclusivity. It was a resounding success and led not only to a second one this year, but also to a noticeable improvement in school culture. Students, many from this class, did all the right things. They identified a problem. They worked collaboratively with each other, with teachers, and with outside professionals to find solutions. They demonstrated excellent organizational skills in pulling off 2 well-run student events and 2 events for teachers as well. They showed what true leadership is all about throughout the process. There are other examples. Consider the demands of being involved in a drama production on top of all of your schoolwork, not only as actors, but also backstage, in sound and light, and in all the other support positions required to make a production a success. Consider the MUN executive, who devote weeks of planning to ensure a well-executed event, where students grapple with defining and addressing world issues. Consider student council events, always well-planned and organized, and enjoyed by all. Consider the many student-led clubs organized and delivered by students on a weekly basis. The list goes on and on. All of these show that this class is ready for anything that can be thrown at them as they leave CIS. You've learned to thrive under pressure and to welcome challenges as opportunities to grow as students and people. It's cliche to say that challenges bring opportunities, but we've already seen that proven true in response to the challenges we all now face. Businesses are finding new ways to connect with customers. Musicians are performing virtual concerts. Here at school, students are finding creative ways to run events such as Spirit Weeks. We've begun using a number of different online options for CAS for the grade 11 students. Many of the ways people have done things in the past have been shaken up, and we suddenly find a world of new options open up. There will be opportunities for you as well as you leave CIS. The world needs problem solvers, creative thinkers, and positive leaders more than ever. We need people who can work together and bridge cultural divides to provide solutions not only for the immediate pandemic, but also for those issues that lie in the future. This, on top of the many other challenges of poverty, climate change, political instability, and conflict that were already on the agenda. You are well placed to take on any of these. The world needs people like you with the tools and the courage to step up and make this a better place for everyone. You will be leaders in business, in politics, in education, in the arts, in service to the community. Take the challenge and the opportunity to make positive change in the world as the class of 2020, the class who will rise to face a global crisis with fortitude and who will find a way forward or make one. Best wishes to all of you.
Thank you, Mr. McMillan. Next, Harshita Rajappa will be performing a theatrical dance to Johann Strauss's Blue Danube Waltz. Thank you, Harshita. That performance leads us into a significant part of our ceremony, arguably the most significant part of the whole ceremony, the awarding of the diplomas. I would bet that this is perhaps the most unorthodox awarding of the diplomas that any of us educators have ever seen in our careers. Please do not let this take away from the significance of this moment. For the last 2 years, graduands, you have all worked extremely hard for this. Harder than many of you have worked before, and maybe harder than you will work during the next few years. You have earned this, and we at CIS are proud of you. Ms. Muthu will be announcing the graduands.
Thank you, Mr. Hogland. So graduates, this segment has 2 parts. In the first part, we will celebrate your past. Awards for your academic performances in semester 2. In the second part, we will celebrate your future, your university acceptances and placements.
Highest in Subject Award is given for the students who score 6 and above in the subject and also secure the highest percentage. The highest in Subject Award goes to the following students: Aryaman Mehta for English Language and Literature HL, Amy Cugley for Psychology HL and Biology HL, Arjun Bagur for English Language and Literature HL, French ab initio and History HL, Aarti Gunaseelan for Business Management HL, Bhavna Ravichandran for French BSL and Chemistry SL, Harshita Rajappa for Theatre HL, Hyungmin Ju for English B HL, Economics SL, Chemistry HL, Physics HL, and Mathematics HL. Janavi Sukumar for Psychology SL. Kavya Sharma for Mathematical Studies SL and Visual Arts HL. Krishna Rajkar for Spanish ab initio. Manasa Rudrakshala for Visual Arts SL. Meghala Murali for Economics HL and Computer Science SL. Natalia Syed for Environmental Systems and Societies SL. Nandini Tengli for History SL. Neha Podar for Mathematics SL. Pranav Yagnaraman for Music HL. Prarthana Pradeep for English Language and Literature SL and Physics SL. Zaksh Bijlani for Business Management SL. Now we have the honor roll certificates awarded to students who have achieved an average of 5.66 and above. And the honor roll certificates have been awarded to Bhavna Ravichandran, Janavi Sukumar, Aarti Gunaseelan, Prarthana Pradeep, Akshat Suri, Roshni Grover, Harshita Rajappa. Neha Podar, Kavya Sharma, Chris Grace, Amy Cugley, Viru Gurudat, and Yash Pandey. We are now on to the final set of academic awards. The HOS accolade is awarded to students who have achieved an average of 6.33 and above. The HOS accolade goes to Hyungmin Ju, Meghala Murali, Arjun Bagur, Natalia Syed, and Nandini Tengli.
Congratulations, students, on your achievements in your final semester in high school. Now, let's celebrate your future.
Adya Raghushankar will be applying to universities after results. Aryaman Mehta has been accepted to study Computing and Informatics at the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, USA. Aditya Kannan has been accepted to study at the University of Iowa, USA. Akshat Suri has been accepted to study at the Wake Forest University, USA. Amy Cugley has been accepted to study Bachelor of Science at the University of Western Australia. Ananya Gudur has been accepted to study at the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, USA. Anjali Reddy has been accepted to study business management at the Southern Methodist University, USA. Arjun Bagur has been accepted to study at the Boston University, USA. Arjun Mahajan has been accepted to study economics and finance at the University of Bristol, UK. Arjun Vijaykumar will be applying to universities after results. Aarti Gunaseelan has been accepted to study Bachelor of Management at the University of British Columbia, Canada. Aryan Shoaib has been accepted to study at the Virginia Commonwealth University, USA. Ava Stewart has been accepted to study psychology at Santa Monica College, USA. Bhavna Ravichandran has been accepted to study biotechnology at the University of Waterloo, Canada. Chris Grace has been accepted to study Bachelor of Arts at the University of British Columbia, Canada. Dakshita Reddy will be applying to universities after results. Takyong Han has been accepted to study at College of Worcester, USA. Emery Nishi has been accepted to study at the University of British Columbia, Canada. Garima Manglani has been accepted to study at the University of Queensland, Australia. Gaurav Mangsathabam will be taking a gap year. Gurnur Kaur has been accepted to study medicine at the University of Liverpool, UK. Hannah Gill has been accepted to study piano performance at Berklee College of Music, USA. Harshita Rajappa will be applying to universities after results. Hyungmin Ju has been accepted to study engineering at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Hong Kong. Isa Chidambaram has been accepted to study Bachelor of Arts at the Lawrence University, USA. Isabel Amana has been accepted to study Business Management at the University of Manchester, UK. Janavi Sukumar has been accepted to study Bachelor of Science at the University of British Columbia, Canada. Jaden Singh will be taking a gap year. Jongyong Lee has been accepted to study Computer Science at the Lakehead University, Canada. Joshini Rajan will be applying to universities after results. Justin Gupta will be taking a gap year. Kavya Doraswamy has been accepted to study psychology at Bowdoin College, USA. Kavya Sharma has been accepted to study visual and studio arts at Sarah Lawrence College, USA. Krishna Rajkar has been accepted to study business and management at the University of Warwick, UK. Lauren Stewart will be taking a gap year. Lou Gaia Marbach has been accepted to study at Université de Lille, France. Manasa Rudrakshala will be applying to universities after results. Marishka Bandari has been accepted to study illustration and design with animation at Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts, Singapore. Mayank Acharya will be applying to universities after results. Mekhala Murali has been accepted to study economics at Huron at Western University, Canada. Nandini Tengli has been accepted to study physics with theoretical physics at Imperial College, London, UK. Natalia Syed has been accepted to study Psychological and Behavioral Science at London School of Economics, UK. Natasha Kankur has been accepted to study Business Management at the Syracuse University, USA. Neha Podar has been accepted to study Law at the University of Bristol, UK. Nidhi Kothari will be applying to universities after results. Nitin Padigam has been accepted to study Business Management at Boston College, USA. Noel Ablett has been accepted to study Business Management at the Newcastle University, UK. Farida Labsongsuk has been accepted to study at the Thammasat University, Thailand. Parinita Ravi has been accepted to study at the Monash University, Australia. Pranav Yagnaraman has been accepted to study music at Berklee College of Music, USA. Prarthana Pradeep has been accepted to study Accounting and Financial Management at the University of Waterloo, Canada. Roshni Grover has been accepted to study at the Faculty of Arts at the University of British Columbia, Canada. Sai Mayank Manish has been accepted to study Design and Business at the University of Sussex, UK. Samiksha Raju has been accepted to study Psychology at the Keele University, UK. Sandeep Rao has been accepted to study Biomedical Engineering at the Tulane University, USA. Sanjana Salyan has been accepted to study Management and Business at Skidmore College, USA. Sanjaya Vazarkar has been accepted to study Biomedical Science at the University of Birmingham, UK. Shashank Manjunatha has been accepted to study Business Management at SP Jain School of Global Management, Singapore. Shreyang Hebbar has been accepted to study Computer Science at the University of Alberta, Canada. Tin Trisivakul has been accepted to study Business Management and International Business at the University of Bristol, UK. Thrishi Malli has been accepted to study Law at the Kingston University, UK. Veeru Gurudutt has been accepted to study Engineering at the University of British Columbia, Canada. Rishan Raj has been accepted to study Biomedical Science at the University of South Florida, USA. Vaishnavi Reddy has been accepted to the Barrett Honors Program at the Honors College, Arizona State University, USA. Yash Pandey has been accepted to study Business Management at the Queen's University, Canada. Yuka Maruta will be taking a gap year. Zaksh Bijlani will be applying to universities after results.
Congratulations, CIS Class of 2020. We wish you much success as you pursue your dreams and goals.
Congratulations to all of our students. And yes, despite being awarded your diplomas, you are still our students. There's one more thing that we have to do before we can call you our former students, but more on that later. For now, Mr. McMillan will announce the valedictorian for the class of 2020. We will then hear a speech from the valedictorian.
Thank you, Mr. Haugland. The first step in selecting the valedictorian is through a nomination by students. Of those nominated, one is chosen by a committee of teachers and administrators based on a rubric of a set of criteria. The valedictorian, then, has been recognized by both students and teachers as a student who not only excels academically, but also contributes in a positive sense to all aspects of the school experience. The student selected should be representative of the best of the class of 2020, and in this sense, you can consider the valedictorian to be the kind of student to whom all should aspire. As always, CIS is blessed with a number of students who could be considered for this recognition. The student who was chosen this year stands out among an elite group. She is academically strong and has played leading roles within the school community. Even as the pandemic forced the school to close, she remained engaged, initiating a service activity that demonstrates that what she has been doing throughout her time here has been deeply sincere and that she will be a force to reckon with after she leaves CIS. I would like to introduce to you Arti Gunasalam, who will fulfill one other requirement of this award, which is to deliver an excellent speech. Welcome, Arti, and congratulations.
Welcome, dear parents, teachers, and my fellow batchmates to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2020. Thank you for choosing me to be your valedictorian and to give this speech in front of all of you as a final goodbye. To have the opportunity to give this speech, leaving you all practically no choice but to listen to me ramble on and on, is quite an honor. And after the metaphorical roller coaster ride of the last 3 months, delivering it, even if it is virtually, has earned a new significance for me, and I'm sure it has for you too. It is important to stress that we, the batch of 2020, are incredibly unique, as many of us, my fellow batchmates, didn't have the chance to live out a lot of our lasts. No anticipated last day of school, no last bus ride, no last prom, no last cafeteria lunch that we most probably still would have found something to complain about, no last "I'll see you tomorrow" or "have a nice weekend." But there is a silver lining to it all, because through this we learned to value the little things way more. This period of social distancing and quarantining has given us the chance to reflect on our journey through high school and the impact we're having on the world around us, thanks to the IB and 2 long years of CAS entries. At the risk of sounding philosophical and cheesy, I believe that everything truly happens for a reason and helps shape us into the individuals that we become. Without the chaos of the last few months, we wouldn't have begun to appreciate the little things the way that we do now. Being able to drive around the city, go out to eat and see our friends, or even take a walk down the street without it looking like a post-apocalyptic scene. The roof over our head, the access to food whenever we want it, and the added luxury of choice within. Access to medical care when we need it. These privileges were part of our daily routine, and we never realized we took them for granted. But the last few months have made us gain a newfound appreciation for them. Spending our period 1 freeze chatting with our friends, despite Mr. Salter and Miss Aditi's numerous attempts to get us to finish our heaps of pending work. Standing in coffee day lines, only to get shooed away by Mr. Don because class actually started 10 minutes ago. Being late to the buses and having the gates about to be shut on us. These were simple moments that we got so used to that we'll never go back to, and that we forgot to cherish and appreciate. There is no doubt about the fact that the IB was an incredibly challenging course for us all, but the struggles, the sacrifices, and the sleep deprivation have helped us reach this stage today. We're graduating after being transformed into strong, persevering individuals with a holistic worldview. And that's what we're here to celebrate. Our journey of 2 long years and all the growth that came along with it. We're all going our separate ways, and it's unlikely that most of us will ever cross paths again with each other. So let's take this opportunity to celebrate our diversity as a cohort one last time before we part ways. We all come from different cities, countries, and walks of life, but this school and this program gave us the opportunity to come together to collaborate, learn, and grow with and from each other, an opportunity that we probably would not have had otherwise. So, I want to take this chance to thank everybody at this school, teachers, non-teaching, and support staff alike, all of which have always tried to look out for us and wanted nothing but the best for us. We now get to go into the world head on, taking along with us all of our experiences, memories, and skills, and sharing them with those that we cross paths with. Rather than fearing what's to come, to deal with things head on, carving a path for us as we go. Just as the slogan for our batch is, we'll find a way or make one. Even with a pandemic going on, we carved our path and found a way to graduate. Congratulations, class of 2020. We made it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McMillan and Arti. Congratulations, Arti. And now we have a piano performance from Jungyoung Lee. He will be performing Flower Dance by DJ Okawari. The visuals that are shown will be more pictures that our students have shared for their Leavers book. Thank you, Lee. Next, Dr. Mockrish will be presenting the Head of School Award. We will then hear from the recipients of the Head of School Award.
Good evening. It's a real honor to present this year's Head of School Award. This year was particularly difficult to choose the recipient. In addition to showing consistent academic acumen, last year we also began to include character aspects as well. These include performing acts of service for the school community and within Bangalore, stepping up when others may not, and in fully embracing the approaches to learning that are so important to being successful in the IB program. These include being organized, a good communicator, and being self-disciplined to follow through on things without oversight and reminders. So this year, I chose 2 recipients. The first recipient has scored in the top 3, often the first, over the past 5 terms of the IB. This student was disciplined and focused and was highlighted by faculty as being responsible for his own learning. So much so that while scoring among the highest in offered classes, he also excelled on his own in self-study Language A class. Please join me in congratulating Hyungmin Ju as the first recipient of this year's Head of School Award. Congratulations, Hyungmin. Thank you. Our second recipient for the Head of School Award also did very well academically, and in this past year was in the top 2 academically each term. Usually students excel in the first year, but this student excelled right to the end. Additionally, her teachers described her outside academic attributes with glowing support. Someone who, when she struggled, never gave up across all of her classes. A person of exceptional character, met deadlines, worked hard, and was super pleasant all the time. Teachers described how during house games, her team did not have a woman to compete in swimming. This student took on the role of every race so that her team could accrue points. Even though she came in last every time, she still got in the pool and competed for her team. Wow. It gives me great pleasure to offer the Head of School Award to Mekala Murali. Congratulations and well done.
Hello everyone. I would first like to thank my parents who motivated me through the IB course, teachers who supported me, and friends who helped me fit in CIS. It is a great honor to receive this award. I remember when I first came to India 2 years ago. It was stressful at first. I had to adapt to a different home, different food, and different culture. It was difficult trying to understand Indian accents. I also had to jump into IB course straight without any preparation. I had no confidence in myself that I could manage to adjust to the changes and achieve academic excellence. However, there were teachers who supported me and encouraged me so that I could make it. My friends helped me fit in. My parents believed in me. With these supports, I was able to manage the workload and the pressure during the IB program. The Head of School Award means a lot to me. My English language skills are not so proficient. I had to put in more efforts to understand the textbooks and lectures. Writing E was tough too. So this award means a lot more to non-native English speakers like me. Again, I want to thank my parents, peers, and teachers. I'm very appreciative of their support. 2 years at CIS was a valuable experience, which will help me in the future. Lastly, I want to say that even though we're facing this unprecedented situation, the coronavirus, I believe that we can overcome this problem with each other's support. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mockrish, Mr. Macmillan, and all my dear teachers for honoring me with the Head of School Award. when Dr. Mokrish first congratulated me on winning the award, it nearly took a day for me to digest it. That day, I reflected on something that happened in the beginning of IB1 when I first joined CIS. It was the day of my first practical test in computer science and I did not get a single code right. My score was 0. In the next block, I received a grade on a class test in Math HL and I barely passed. Having an Indian curriculum as my foundation and choosing subjects that I had not studied before, IB felt like a huge jump and a massive challenge. But when I felt diffident about IB, my teachers' encouraging and reassuring words gave me the confidence that I did have time to improve. And here I am today receiving the award. A big thank you to all my teachers. Without your constant guidance and support, both academically and morally, I certainly could not have achieved this honor. The last 2 years in CIS have indeed been very memorable. Making important decisions such as choosing the right ice cream flavor after lunch to choosing the right EE research question, I have had both valuable experiences and unforgettable memories. Certainly not to forget, chasing down guidance counselors and pushing the other students away to talk to them about university choices. It all feels like yesterday. Heartfelt thanks to Mr. Ganesh for helping me choose and get into my dream university. Lastly, a big thank you to my friends and classmates for teaching me the importance of loyalty, compassion, and sportsmanship. All the best to us, the graduating class of 2020. I will surely miss you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mokrish. Congratulations, Hyung Min and Mekhala. Thank you for your speeches. And now, our Dean of Studies, Jane McMillan, will be offering a vote of thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. It's such a simple phrase that expresses extreme gratitude, humility, and understanding, especially today in these unique circumstances. With sincere appreciation, we would like to thank the Board of Directors, administrators, teachers, members of the School Advisory Council, the Estate Department, Marketing, Promotions and Admissions, Admin Support, Front Desk staff, support staff, and the boarding team for their unconditional support and purposeful endeavors that make CIS a truly wonderful international experience for all. Next, sincerest kudos for the teams of people who organized and looked after the logistics of a virtual graduation. Grad 2020 is truly a unique experience. Countless hours were spent planning and caring to ensure that our grads had a graduation one way or another. They include the IT department, the music departments, and our MC, Corey Hogland, and in particular, our graduation committee, who are led by Ms. Mutu. Also, thanks to the family and friends of the grads, to parents, grandparents, it wasn't too long ago that you gently held your child's tiny hand in yours as they took their first steps and wondered what life would bring to your precious one. Now your babies are the graduates, and they're taking the great leap from an international education to thoughts of college and careers. Thank you, parents, for entrusting your most prized possession in the world to us, and for giving your child the support they needed to build a dream to chase after. Lastly, grads, CIS has enriched your lives, and we thank you for enriching ours. Although this year is your last with us, you will always be part of the CIS family, and you will always be warmly welcomed when you visit. We do not know what the future holds, but the best way to predict the future is to create it. Enjoy creating yours.
Thank you, Jane. Students, and yes, you are still CIS students, but not for long. We've now reached the final step of the ceremony, the turning of the tassels. And again, I know this is quite an unorthodox turning of the tassels. I know you don't actually have your mortarboard hat, the square hat that you wear for graduation. You don't have your tassel with you, but we're going to all do this together as if you did have your mortarboard hat. Typically, you would have started this ceremony wearing your mortarboard hat with the tassel hanging down the right side of your hat. And at the end of the ceremony, as a graduate, you become a fresh graduate after you turn that tassel to the left. This step represents the end of this chapter of your life, this chapter called childhood, wherein many of those most impactful decisions were likely made by your parents. Turning that tassel is the moment that represents the beginning of adulthood. And this time, you are given responsibility of determining your own path in life. And as CIS students, those of us in the CIS community, we have now deemed that you are ready, when you graduate, to begin this chapter. And symbolically, that begins right now. So, as you grab this imaginary tassel that's hanging down the right-hand side, and you get ready to turn it to the left side, please think about the kind of chapter that you want to write as you move forward with your lives. Who do you want to be? What impact do you want to make? What kind of paths do you want to explore? Soon these choices will truly be yours. So let's get ready. Graduates, you have to do this. I know it would be way better if we were in person, actually had tassels down your head, but let's all do this right now together. Right? Follow my lead. Class of 2020, please hold your tassels on the right-hand side of your mortarboard, and now turn your tassels to the left. That is the moment that I can officially present to the parents, families, alumni, faculty colleagues, administration, members of the School Advisory Council, and the Board of CIS. It is my honor to present to you the graduates of Canadian International School for the year 2020. Congratulations to all students and to their families.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We can finally officially call you graduates. Well done. This brings us to the end of our program. Almost. We have one more word from Dr. Ted. I think you'll like what he has to say. Dr. Ted, it's all yours.
We want to thank everyone again for joining us this evening virtually, and we want to wish you all a safe and restful summer as you prepare for the coming year. Oh, but wait, there's more.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.